Hi everyone, it's svgcoop.com and we are here working on a new pop-up card for you. This is going to be for a graduation card. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our background piece, and this first piece here has two score lines down the side. So I'm just going to fold these right on the score line like this. And you don't need a score tool. It will cut with your regular cutting tool. I used my Cricut, and I didn't have to use the score tool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have this, and what we want to do is, if you have it like this, we want to make sure you have a piece like this with a nub. This is going to go this way, and this piece we want to go that way. So you have the little circle facing towards your bottom right, and the outside corner going to your left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some score tape on the inside here. And then on this side. Okay, so what we're going to do is, now that we have the score tape there, we're just going to take the score tape off of here, like this. I'm going to line up my corners here. And press that down. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm just going to line up my corner. I know it's a little hard to see because it's black, but I'll show you a little bit closer in 1 second here. Okay, so our card is basically going to close like that. Okay, so that's how it looks right now. All right, so the next piece we're going to work with is a piece that's going to have some score lines cut out of it. So what we're going to do, you're going to have this little nub piece, and there's a score line that comes right across here. So I'm just going to fold this on the score line here like that. And fold it back. And then on the other side, it's going to have a score line also that goes across. So we're just going to fold straight across on that side. And there's a couple extra score lines in here, so it's going to be, you just want to make sure you get the right part there. So I'm going to fold it back this way. Then this is just like our circle card. So we have a score line here, and you have a shorter line and then like two lines. So the one that has the two lines, that's the one we're going to fold towards us. So it's going to have a score line. It's going to make a right angle. Then you flip it over, and again you're going to have a score line here, and we're going to flip it, and we're going to fold it over like that, another right angle, so it makes a little triangle here, and then fold it back. And then we're going to open it up, and you're going to push the outsides with your thumb and use your fingers to pop the middle section in. And if you have to just pop that little section in this very center like that. We just want to make it so that it'll start to fold itself. So you can see how it's starting to come together. So once you get it to start doing that, you just press it down, and again you'll have this little triangle here, a little mountain. Okay, now before we go any further, what we want to do is I'm going to put some magnets on the back of here. So in the little circle area, I'm going to use some score tape and put one of these little magnets, and I'll put a link again to the magnets where I got them. I get them from magnetforless.com, and I will tell you which ones they are. In this case, with this card, it's because it's a little bit thicker in spots, I'm going to put more than one magnet. So I'm going to put a magnet here, but then I'm also going to put another magnet up in the corner here, just to make sure it stays shut. Okay, so, and again, I'm doing this on the part that has the circle. So I'm just going to put that like that. Now what I want to do is I need to put the partnering magnet on the back side. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to grab my two little magnets, And these are strong little magnets. So what I want to do, I want this to be nice and flat, and I'm just going to figure out where those magnets are going to go. And if you just kind of let go of them, they'll fly to where they need to go. So now I know which side to put the tape on. So I'm just going to put a little tape on the back here. And you want to put the tape on the side that's going to attract back to your paper. So then when you let go again, you'll see it'll grab to right where it needs to go. Again, I'm going to just flip this over a little, put a little tape on here. Okay, and then I'm just going to sort of put it on my finger a little bit and let it figure out where it needs to go. And there it goes. You see how it snaps in place? Okay, then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to have a little piece that looks like this, and it's got a score line here in the middle and at the bottom. So we're just going to fold that on the score line there. And the score lines are not straight, they're on a little bit of an angle. But I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little notch on the edge of both ends and then one in the middle. So that'll help you fold it in the right place. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some score tape on the little tabs here. Then we're going to line this up with the flat part of both ends of this piece. So I'm just going to stick it in there and then stick it in through the other side. And what we're going to do is flip it over. It's a little bit easier to see. And if you pull them out a little bit, now you can see a little bit better. So what we want to do is we're just going to take the score tape off here. And you want to make sure it's going against the flat part, okay? And we'll do this side. And if it moves a little bit on you, that's okay. You just straighten it back out and line it up with that flat line and push it down. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that extra glue. Okay. Now when we flip it back over, we just want to work it a little. So I'm going to just pop my fingers in there and fold that down. Okay, I'll give that a good little rub. Okay, now I'm going to go back to our black piece here. And what we need to do is get this stuck inside here. So I'm going to put some score tape in the triangle. I'm not going to cover any of the part that's sort of cut out. So I just want to put some tape along the edges like this. I'm not going to take the paper off quite yet. Okay, so now what we want to do, got that all working. We're just going to line the scored line up with the scored line of the card, and you just want to kind of give it a little fold and make sure it's straight, and you'll have a little edge around it. And once you have it right where it needs to be, hold it tight, undo your score tape, and then lay down your card. Okay? So that's our 1/2. Now I need to do that for the other side. So I'm going to put some score tape here. I'm going to put some definitely over my magnet again. It just helps to reinforce it. Okay. And again, I'm not going to take the tape off quite yet. Pull my magnets up. I want to just make sure that that is looking good. And once it is right where I want it, take the score tape off. and fold my card down. Okay, so now this is what we have. Okay, so far so good. Now we're going to decorate the outside of our card. So you're going to cut a couple of pieces. Now I did mine in blues and golds because those are the colors of our high school. And you're going to have two pieces here, so you want to just make sure before you lay it down that those are in the right direction, which they are. So I'm going to put a little score tape on the back here. Actually, no, I think I'm going to use glue. Let's put some glue here. Phew, excuse me, allergy season. Okay. And these will line up exactly on the corner, so use your corner and your circles to just kind of push it into place like that. Okay, and then you're going to have another piece like that for the other side. And the way you can make sure it's the right way is these are going to line up, and you're going to have sort of like a semicircle coming off the top there. So let me put some glue on the back of here. Okay. And glue that like that. Okay, so now we can decorate the outside. I'm going to use score tape here. I want it to hold nice and strong. All right, and oops, I want my lighter color up in my top corner. I'm gonna lay this flat this way. I'm just gonna center that on there. Okay, and then put the score tape on this side. And okay, so now I'm going to fold this side down. Before I put this one on, I'm going to fold this side down because I do want my little lines here to line up. So I'm just going to get that centered a little there like that. And there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to open this up, and we're going to have a couple things. We can finish the front first, I guess. Okay, so with the front of our card, just make sure this, sometimes it'll get a little, it might, once you flatten it out like that, it gets a little stuck sometimes. So what I'm going to do is, because our colors are blue and gold, I made my little tassel out of blue and gold. So I'm just going to glue those together real quick. Of course, you can change your colors. I have one son graduating from Maryland, so I'm gonna have to do another one that's red and black. And then I have a daughter graduating from Pratt with her master's, so I'm gonna have to do a different one for her. And this one I'm actually making for my son's girlfriend. She's graduating from high school. Okay, so I'm gonna just glue that down right on the center there. Okay, and that will fit like that. Okay, and then what I decided to do, I gave you all the numbers so that you could use this for multiple years, but I did 2020 and congrats here, so I'm just going to separate these, and I did mine in vinyl. As you guys probably know by now, all my text is always in vinyl because I do not like fighting with finding letters. There's a rare occasion that I'll cut it out of paper, but mostly no. Okay, so my 2020, I'm just going to center over here like this. Okay, so that's going to be the front. Now we have one more piece here that we have to do, and this is a piece where you can put different things if you want to, but this is what you're going to get included with your file. So there's this scalloped piece and a circle, and again I use the gold and blue just because those are the colors of our school. I'm just going to glue this in center here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my congrats here. I can figure out where I put my, there it is, my transfer tape. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but my little cardinal that lives outside of my house is chirping away. Okay, now this is going to just fit inside the circle, so you just want to make sure you lay that right. Now, what we want to do is we're going to put this inside our card, and it is going to pop up and say congrats. And then you can, of course, if you want to add a little piece of paper in here so you can sign it or whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some score tape. And when you fold this, you have kind of an edge this way and an edge that's facing away from you. So what we're going to do is put the score tape on the little edge that's facing you. You don't want to go beyond the scored line here. So I'm just going to start at that line, go right to the bottom, give that a little rub. Pull that off. And then what we're going to do is we want the congrats to face us. So I'm just going to kind of center that, line it up about with the bottom, give that a good rub. Okay. And there we go. So when you open the card, it says congrats. How cute is that? All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more.